Do, 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 do. Welcome back, baby. I think we should be live. There we go. We're live. Hopefully the stream doesn't cut off. Wi-Fi's a little iffy today. That's alright, baby. We'll just hop back on. It's all good. It's all good. Do, 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 do. Alright, so looks like we got everyone back. DWAC puts. What's up, gang gang? Yeah, so a lot of people are getting into DWAC puts. It is at a top here. It looks like it's squeezing, right? This is just a momentum squeeze on the hourly especially. You could probably play puts. Be careful though. I personally think this company, I'm not really for. I think it's a little too early to say. I just think that this company has a crazy valuation. I think it's actually going to go a lot higher, just based off of, you know, a company that's pretty much based off the previous president that we had. So just be cautious. I think you personally need a break below $87. And if you get a break with momentum below $87 here, your first take profit would be around $70, and then below that, $50, where you could kind of let some ride. Going over my next 1,000% opportunity play here is my baby girl Roku. So what are we looking at here? I took on the Robinhood account. Let's see. They're actually, they just shot up, actually. So I got these calls on Roku. I picked up 500 calls. I got 5 of them for January 21st, 2022. So kind of like a mini leap. I got 5 contracts here at about $1.22 fill. And so historically, these contracts, even on the year, ran up as high as 10 grand. So even $1 into 1,000 would be technically 10x or 1,000%. But this could even go higher. You know, if we get a $10,000 play here off a $100 contract, I mean, that's pretty damn good, and they're pretty damn impressive. So we'll see what happens here. I think that's like literally, yeah, that would be like just insane. But anyway, so the reason I got into Roku was because these contracts were down a lot on the day. Roku here has been kind of setting up in an interesting pattern. I think earnings here is going to make or break this play. And one of the cool things I saw here on Roku, baby, is the fact that the earnings previously, it's been in this weird, you know, there's a couple things here, right? We have a double bottom here, right, where Roku's kind of rounding out. It's kind of just double bottom here, same price action, just rounding out here, same kind of thing. You know, this could be equivalent to a cup and handle. The only thing is that this handle technically should have stopped here and bounce, but it's kind of rounding about. And personally, I just think Roku is a long-term company. I mean, a lot of people bought Roku's. A lot of people have been using that Roku system in pretty much every TV that you could buy now. And what I like about this play is the fact that this is kind of like an asymmetric bet here. Why is that? To say that that's an asymmetric position? Well, right now we have seen that Roku is actually underneath the 50-day moving average. We have seen here that this is kind of like a localized channel of support. So we can get some consolidation, but a catalyst can send us out of that channel. What that catalyst might be, it could be the possible earnings coming up on November 3rd. So we're kind of getting in this a little bit early. It's actually only a week early, so we're trying to get this pre-earnings run up this week into next week, hoping that the earnings that they provide good revenue, good guidance, maybe increased clientele there, and a bunch of like price target analyst upgrades. If we can get that, we might be able to see the same scenario as Tesla, right? Tesla here had really solid earnings. They increased their guidance. They did really well. They beat earnings per share practically by double. And so one of the things is if we can get the same momentum here, right, in some of these long-term tech stocks, if you will, obviously Tesla and Roku are different. One's TVs, one's, a data company and AI in cars. But if we can get the same kind of momentum here, I think that Roku really does have a lot of longevity. And I don't think it's really going anywhere, right? I think the other thing too is from a technical standpoint, and fundamentally the company is just a sound company. They're doing very well. From a technical standpoint here, we could even see just on the daily, we're actually below all the moving averages on the daily here. Last time we were below, we did have kind of like a 2-month splurge where we almost retested all-time highs. Now, if we could pull this same trigger that we saw here, testing from the lows, and let's just say, we're right about here. So let's just say we're in this kind of breakout pattern here. Let's just look at the line drawing tool. So let's just say that we kind of get this similar move. That's a 50% move in 42 days. Now, our expiration for our contracts is about 88 days. So about roughly, 2 to 3 months, give or take. So the cool thing here is that if we get a 50% move in this contract, 10% move would net us technically a 10x return. So you could already imagine what a 50% move would be. Now, Roku has previously done it before. We're kind of in the same levels of the RSI as previous here. So, right now it's been relatively low volume. It's been kind of choppy. I do think that after the earnings, we might get a nice bullish catalyst to send Roku higher. If we retest this, that's the first move is that we want by January, pretty much end of the month January, is to retest this 490 level. If we can break the 490, we'll easily see 500. And technically above this level, just off Fibonacci extensions, we're going to see possibly a potential move above the 490 into 614. And for those who want to be specifically accurate, we could just do 490.76 and get that adjusted. So we could see a move with no resistance here into 612, maybe even higher. I don't think in the next, 2 to 3 months we're going to get that much of a move, but it is possible. You never know. So that's probably going to be my next 1,000% opportunity play. Very asymmetric bet here. I really like it. I think it is a long-term kind of play here. And even just looking at the historical, right, the historical premiums here, very high open interest, decent amount of volume. We could look at the historical pricing here, and we could see, right? So at the highs for Roku, these contracts were worth almost 12 grand a contract, right? Even at the previous high back in July, they were at 7,000 to 6,000 a contract. So this is a very, very good looking chart to me. You can see the open interest has clearly shot up over, the last couple of weeks. Momentum and MACD, everything's rolling to the upside. RSI is low, so there's still room for this. Look at the moving averages, right? Like let's just get out of the long-term moving averages and start moving into some of the other ones, right? So the near term, right? The 9, 21, 50, and 200, and you can see, right here we got in at $1.34. The first price target, it looks like we have kind of bottomed out here. MACD's kind of getting ready to turn over. And we can see that the last time we bottomed out, we kind of dropped, consolidated, and had a nice little pump right from pretty much what, 12 into 6,000 a contract, if not more, into 7,000 technically. So I think we could see the same kind of thing, right? So the first Fibonacci retracement we're looking at is this move here, right? We're going to look into this, and we want to see a target of, what is this, 71.5 would be like the most extreme case. And so yeah, so you could see here, just from rounding this bottom and getting a 21-day moving average to 50-day, we can bounce anywhere between probably $13 to $25 a contract. I think this is a great trade. I think it's going to be a long term, has a lot of time for us not to even look or worry about it, and then we just move on from there. You can already see everything's just squeezing, and it's kind of just getting primed for the move. So once these EMAs cross, you can see when the 9-day crosses 21, what happens? We start pushing higher, right? And look where we're at here. We're really, really tight on the 9-day and 21-day EMA. When this crosses in maybe the next couple of days or so, maybe even by the end of the week into the earnings call, we might see that potential ramp similar to back here, right? And back here. So this is the trade that I'm looking at. This is the next 1,000% trade opportunity, and I hope that we can see a lot of success and a lot of people can get a lot of gains out of this. Amazing analysis. Thank you. So yeah, hope that everyone found that kind of helpful. I hope that this trade may help other people. This is not financial advice. Obviously, you could just read the disclosure down below, but you know what it is. This is your boy, and this is just the opportunities that I'm trying to put out there. So this is just a trade idea that I like. I entered the trade myself. I entered a light position here for my portfolio. And you'll see, how we'll just see how this kind of trades out. Hopefully the earnings is good. We get some bullish catalyst, and then we take it from there. With that being said, let's move into what we're actually in. So I'm not even going to look at that. I'm going to go back to Snapchat. I saw that it did pop a little bit. I think that was because Facebook got some movement into earnings. So Facebook's starting to pop a little bit. Finally went positive on the day. Oh, and it looks like it's actually coming back down. So we'll see. Technically positive on the day, so we'll see how this all plays out. ATVI has just been kind of, we've been on the 1-hour chart? Come on. It's just been flatline settling, so this might just round out and consolidate flat, but that's fine. Market 455s, nice, new highs. Snapchat, still doing its thing. And let's get back to the portfolio. So yeah, currently up already 3%, not too bad. This did have a nice pop to 137, so we'll see what happens. Could just be open interest increasing. Finally hitting 15% of the day. Obviously not going to close out any of my positions. Still have about $500 in buying power. I don't really like having a little bit of this in buying power, because if the market for any reason were to turn, it kind of puts us back to square one. But the nice thing is that we do have the security of, if all this goes south, let's just say today, the market were to crash to go to zero, we'd still technically be, net positive $1.55. I'm just kidding. So we'll just see what happens throughout the rest of the day. Ideally, we want to get out of these ATVIs. We're almost at 100%, so I think about 2 more cents and we should be able to get there. These contracts historically have a lot more room, and my Wi-Fi is a little iffy, so definitely want to see this get over 100%, and then we'll probably scale out, make those plays free, and move on to our next. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I will be right back. I thank you for joining. We've been here. It's about at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So we've been here for almost, 4 hours, 3 to 4 hours. Sitting is new smoking, so get up, get a stretch. And we got a couple more hours to go, baby. Keep looking for opportunities and keep staying positive and respectful. We thank you for being here. If you're new to the chat, new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, turn the alerts on so you can find out when the next couple plays are coming out. And with that being said, I'll be right back.
Monkey. Monkey. monkey, monkey,